What is going on, everyone? The Houston Texans start organized team activities tomorrow, OTAs for short. What does this mean? It means it's time to lock in because the season is well underway. Next thing you know, it's going to be training camp, then it's going to be the preseason, then it's going to be week 1 against the Los Angeles Rams, 3 o'clock kickoff at LA. Speaking of training camp and the preseason, this is from Jonathan M. Alexander. The Texans and Panthers will have a joint practice in Houston ahead of their August 16th preseason game. Now, with OTAs being tomorrow, let me say this right out the gate. I am excited for the event, but I know that what we see tomorrow isn't definitive. Tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of prisoner of the moments, and hey, I know right now I'm saying that's not going to be me, but it might, because all eyes tomorrow are going to be on the offense and all eyes are going to be on the offensive line. When it is tweeted out who is in the first group for first team reps, it's going to go all over Texans Twitter. There's going to be overreactions. I cannot wait for tomorrow. But when it comes to OTAs, guys, just remember, even though the Texans are showing us an idea of what they want on offense, an idea of what they want on defense, nothing is set in stone during OTAs, especially during day one. Now, once we get into training camp, once we start to see the pads come on, once we start to see these joint practices, then we can start penciling who we think are going to be starting on offense and on defense. But that's not tomorrow. So even though it's going to be exciting to talk about, even though you might hear me say tomorrow, I could see this being the Houston Texans starting offensive line, just know nothing is definitive. So what I want to do is talk about what I want to see from the offense, from the defense, and I also want to know what you guys want to see as well. So drop me down in the comments, what are you looking forward to the most in tomorrow's OTAs? We know OTAs have already started across the league. Speaking of prisoner of the moments, there was a tweet where it was 7-on-7 for the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence got intercepted. That immediately got thrown into our AFC South trad, and Trevor Lawrence started getting roasted. Like, that just goes to show how much this game of football is really year round and will take everything over the top, even if it's OTAs day one. So, moving on. My name is Ruben Calvillo. This is the 713 Houston Sportcast, where I drop daily Houston Texans content. Please make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest Houston Texans news, rumors, and updates. I love you guys. Now let's continue. When you talk about the offense, and like I said, all eyes are going to be on the offense tomorrow because we have a good idea of what this defense is going to be in that Super Bowl caliber. When you're talking about the offense, it is the question of this season. If the offense is average, this team could go very far. If this offense is good, great, this team has a chance to be special, ladies and gentlemen. So it starts with new offensive coordinator Nick Caley. What I want to see from him, because once again, there's no pads, there's nothing definitive about tomorrow. I just want to see the energy. I want to see the Houston Texans players react to Nick Caley, because I know when players talk to Bobby Slowick, they were in the back of their minds thinking, I know this guy probably doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about. I didn't feel like when Bobby Slowick talked, he talked with conviction. When you listen to Nick Caley, when you hear the way he talks about the game of football, two things pop in your mind is, this guy knows what the hell he talks about, and I could understand, why Nick Caserio chose him to be the new OC of this Houston Texans. When you heard Nick Cady say in his press conference that he's going to care about the player first, not just what he does on Sunday, but what he does Monday through Saturday, I told you that it reminded me of DeMeco Ryans when he talked about Fred Warner, who just got a big contract extension, caring about the player first. If I see tomorrow the players responding really well to Nick Cady, laughing around him, joking around him, being comfortable because it is day one. It's day one for him. I think that will give us a great sign of what could potentially become. Now, with the offensive line, I'm going to throw out a guess. I think the first starting group is going to be Cam Robinson at left tackle, Titus Howard at left guard, Juice Scruggs at center, Laken Tomlinson at right guard, and Blake Fisher at right tackle. That's going to be my prediction for who the Houston Texans throw out there for first team reps. But what I also want to see is obviously the rookies, Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel, Woody Marks. If these guys pan out, man, this offense is going to be crazy. But I want to see these rookies just show off what they can do. Because all eyes are going to be on these two wide receivers. All eyes are going to be on Nick Cady, on this offensive line. But the two most important things I want to see is the energy from our new OC. I want to see... Actually, another thing that I want to see is the leadership from CJ Stroud. I want to see him command his offense. I want to see him in the huddle breaking it down. CJ Stroud is in year 3, so he's growing himself. I am excited for year 3. I think he's going to have a bounce back year. I believe in CJ Stroud. I want to start seeing that captain, that leader, be there every single moment of whenever he's out there on the field. And, you know, that's just going to come as he gets older. But that's what I want to see from CJ. From the defense, man, just keep the swarm mentality there. Like I said in the middle of the video, with this defense, you know what it is. You know what it could potentially be. And that is the top defense in the NFL, led by DeMeco Ryans, who was also entering third year. You have Pro Bowlers from the defensive line to the secondary. You have an all-pro in the secondary. You might have the best cornerback in the NFL. And you added C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Don't be surprised if you hear tomorrow that the defense was the winner of the day, that they had some turnovers. But one thing for sure is that I am excited, and I'm going to keep you guys updated as quickly as I can for more Houston Texans content. You guys know what to do. Feel free to follow me for more Houston Texans Day 1 OTAs tomorrow. You guys have a very blessed day.